Hello, everyone. It is now Wednesday, 7 p.m., and time for Nana to play her games. Welcome to NanaCritter, where a nerdy grandma, aka NanaCritter, plays video games. We are now in season 4, and we're playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Yay! Hello. Exceedingly, are you there?
There we go. I got the button pushed.
Yay!
Hello. Hi.
All right. So I don't know if we're going to finish. If we're going to finish this case tonight, I don't know. What
Probably
do you think?
not.
Probably not.
We have a trial, another investigation, and a trial. So.
Oh. Okay. Well, then I would say no.
This again, and remember, this was originally the finale of this whole game. So.
Oh. Okay. Got it. Got
to be appropriately big in that way.
So none of that. We've got to be done with this trial in 2 days.
No, they might bring it up, but it's 3 days is the thing.
Aha. Okay. Alrighty. All right. So let's go to gameplay.
All right.
All right. Should we hit new game? No, just kidding.
I mean,
no.
I'm not sure there's a whole lot of benefit to doing that.
I would say that would be a negatory.
I feel like we did that other stuff pretty recently, so I don't think you need brushing up.
This is true. So, for those of you that are just joining us, we are on a very interesting case. If you have ever seen Edgeworth, who is the prosecuting attorney, he is so funny and very interesting. But Phoenix Wright,
you hated him at first.
I know. But he's definitely grown on me.
They got you to come around on him.
Yes. And I, as Phoenix Wright, am having to defend him because he's been accused of murder. And the prosecuting attorney in his case, Von Karma,
was his mentor.
Oh, that's correct. Who was his mentor? Has a Darth Vader voice, which exceedingly makes awesome. But he is horrible.
He's a lot.
And tried to literally not let me cross-examine any witnesses and just, have it declared guilty and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we were able to prove that there's no way that Edgeworth could have done it with the evidence that they have, and so now we've done an investigation, but of course he's still going to try to prove that he did. So we shall see. So we are now in court again after our respite from court to do some investigation.
And we got into the police stuff and got to look at some case files for that DL6 case that keeps coming up.
Yes. And that involves, by the way, Edgeworth's father, who was killed before Edgeworth's eyes. So.
Yep. Yay! Super happy stuff.
So now we're back in court.
Order! Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. I should have been prepared.
You should have been prepared, yeah. And yes, it is related to Maya's mom. I don't know that her mom's necessarily dead, but we don't know where her mom is, and a lot of that seems to have to do with
of all this. Okay.
Because they basically, the police ended up turning to a psychic to try to prove who was the murderer, and that was Maya's mom, who pointed to someone who was ultimately found innocent, so she was kind of disgraced in that way.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was Mia. Well, Mia and Maya.
I mean, they have the same mom.
Mia and Maya, yes. Yeah, got it. All right, so, as you can see, Von Karma thinks he's above speaking if he doesn't need to speak or yelling at the judge. So anyway, it's funny.
Yeah.
Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready.
Who is the judge here anyway? What is going on?
Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
I Again, I should have been prepared, but yeah, it's just like
You keep not expecting him to make you sit in silence for a moment.
I know, and
he talks on his own time, you know?
yeah, and the reason that I laugh, audience, and say that and why I should have been prepared is because last case, I had a character who did this very thing and would just be uncomfortably...
Now the boot's on your foot.
I know. She would just be uncomfortably silent all the time. So, yeah.
Very well. No opening statement, so...
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Well, you took too long, so you cut no.
I did not.
Right, of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Holy cow! It's like, okay. Yeah.
That's his prediction.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah! Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste.
What, you got an appointment somewhere else? What's up with this dude?
I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand.
Oh, God. It's that mysterious boat shop owner?
Your father, who gave you the Brahmin shop, if you recall.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I love it. Okay, hang on.
Witness, state your profession.
The proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake.
Clip this real time for TikTok. I do numbers.
I love the contrast,
Just do a clip show of all of the breaks and pauses.
Yeah.
And I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep. I was.
Please testify.
I just picture I'm having so much fun doing him. Again, he just takes uncomfortably long to answer, and and I just
all of your characters have the most annoying quirks possible.
I know. It's so much fun to create him that way. All right. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah!
Okay, but I have a right to know who the heck I'm talking to. He could be, John Deere's father from Timbuktu, and what in the world relevance does it have?
I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes.
Will Von Karma, if you haven't noticed, it's been well over 3 minutes, and this man has said nothing yet because he takes
It hasn't been that long in game time, just because you play the character, it's taking a long time.
I know. Yeah.
In the fiction, that isn't true.
All right.
Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
No. I can talk all mean or intimidating like you.
Come on, Phoenix. I refuse to channel this Phoenix. I am not over here sweating, okay, you guys? No.
I mean, it's just, he's like, I have to put up with this guy, and the court keeps letting him act this way.
This is true. Yeah, right. Oh, good! Woo!
The witness will state his name.
I'm orchestrating this trial to end in 3 minutes. I mean, yeah, basically.
I'm not really sure, but yep. What do you mean? My, memory.
Your Honor.
Not a very credible witness. Not a very credible witness, Von Karma, dude.
The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
How is this a reliable witness? He can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Oh my god. You know, this is like Weekend at Bernie's. Von Karma is like, this guy isn't dead, but he might as well, I mean, you know, he's useless, kind of like, I have this person sitting in the chair that's going to answer the way I don't know. This is crazy.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then. Shall we, witness? Or shall we? Witness? Witness, can you kind of like stop like falling asleep and drooling?
If anything, just for the sake of us getting through this case anytime tonight.
I know, okay. I'll speed it up a little.
Thank you.
It was the...
And you're right, chat.
It was the...
Wait, what is chat saying? I don't know what
Phoenix should be able to interrogate the credibility of the witness.
Yes, I agree.
But again, it's the ironclad control that the prosecution has on the court system.
Yes. I don't know, too, is look, I'm trying to mimic him, and I know you're not watching me exceedingly, but he's like swaying back and forth. It's like making me dizzy, but okay.
I'm going to sway like him. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up.
Oh my gosh.
Judge, your verdict now.
Yes. Mr. Wright.
Maybe let's just not cross-examine. It's probably fine.
I'm just gonna say cross. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well. You may begin.
Oh my god!
Excuse me? Mr. Von Karma?
I was waiting for it, too. I knew I was going to have to do that. 3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well, well then, let's just take our time.
Excuse me?
You may cross-examine the witness.
Okay. That was great. It's like, I think my monitor shook. I don't know, it felt like it.
I'm glad I could suitably surprise you there.
Not only do you have exceedingly an awesome Darth Vader voice.
Oh, thank you.
But your roar was like a Tyrannosaurus or something. I'm very, very impressed. Yes, it was great.
Thank you, thank you.
It was great.
I'm bowing.
And I like how it's like the judge is so clueless, but it's kind of like, okay, well,
I guess we'll just keep going then.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, now that we passed the 3 minutes and I've already pissed you off, I guess we'll just keep going. So, yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm going to... I'm going to get fussed at for this, probably.
Probably.
Just after midnight, you say?
Yep. Just around then.
Are you sure?
Just for Karma have to poop? Is that why he gave it a time limit? He's like, I must go! Oh, goodness.
Pretty sure. Yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
There he goes. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did. Yep.
You see? Continue.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
His parrot?
Well,
Yeah.
I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot?
I like how you did like 3 that like got steadily deeper to get back into the voice.
I know. And after, for some reason, doing the caretaker, I was having a hard time transitioning back into the judge's voice for some reason. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith?
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop.
Can you also prove or his sanity, Karma, or that he even knows,
Parrots are pretty smart.
That's true.
Witness, please continue.
Gotta go objection now.
Yeah.
And where did the bang seem to come from? I hate how they blow bubbles. It's just so grosses
It's
me
nasty.
out. Ugh.
He's got snot bubbles galore. Bobbles.
Apparently. Ugh.
Snot bubbles.
From the lake, I figure.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good. Continue. This is her first time playing.
Yes.
Also, hello.
Hi.
We got a first time in chat.
Hi. Was there someone in the boat?
We have fun.
I was
We just like doing silly voices with each other.
pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly.
Yeah.
Thank you for the compliments.
But I figure there was 2 men out there. Yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yep. At the time, that is.
At the time? Like, what?
Question mark?
What? So you heard 2 gunshots total?
Also, to clarify, this is Nana's first time playing it. I personally have played this already.
Yes. So exceedingly is awesome at guiding me, but not like giving it all away, you know?
I try.
So yeah. Yep. No.
Yep.
And I like to, and exceedingly can't see me. So it's funny because when I do some of these characters, I really get into them and channel them and do them
You're just
facially.
physically moving.
Yeah. But except
With the sway.
if I'm looking, actually this character keeps making me dizzy. But I'm not doing all the swaying because I'm like, I will totally make myself
Yeah, you
dizzy.
can't do that much swaying.
Yeah. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday.
Interesting.
By your window?
Yep. By my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
There's that snot bubble you
I
love.
know, it's so gross. I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, what about Karma's reaction would make you be worried?
Are you sure?
You love it so much.
Yeah, the nice thing about channeling him snoring, I like him not looking at the screen and my eyes are closed and I'm snoring, you know, so I don't have to look at the gross snot bubble. Uh-oh. Dad!
In court, Phoenix?
This is so funny. Oh my gosh, I wonder how everyone's going to react to this.
Dead
Get out of here.
certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. I don't know what this is, but
You don't know what
the
is?
shaking of the fist.
He's got the passion.
Yeah.
Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy.
Well,
I'm the judge. I'm making a judge kind of.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
what? Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I better act quicker. This trial is going to be over. Oh, yeah. I guess I'll wait and see what happens. Right, audience?
That feels like acting quick, right?
Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Yeah, that would be it, Von Karma. Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here.
If he had wiped his fingerprints, Von Karma, there would be no fingerprints left on the gun.
Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
Right, it's what you stuffed into his lack of memory, whatever, his confused brain.
His memory hole.
Yeah.
It's a scientific term.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do?
Just sit around.
Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie,
Mr. Wright. In a court of law, the evidence tells all.
and yeah, we don't have any hard fact evidence. We have hearsay.
Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Show me proof that this isn't just hearsay. Come on, Phoenix.
Nick, do we have evidence? Come on. You're just sitting there.
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Uno reversed the burden of proof.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Phoenix, you're being pathetic. Please.
I know this is not my Phoenix. No, I'm just kidding. This is not me.
Sometimes he's the pathetic boy, you know? Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
Nick is being just a baby.
Well, I wasn't
Mia,
going to say that. It felt
I
kind of
know.
rude. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch, Karma.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand.
Where is he?
Basically already off of it.
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
You guys are so full of it. I just want to scream. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
No.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah, you better do an objection. What? 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 What?
Just keep saying what. It'll change anything.
Oh my gosh.
The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh, good. Do we get a new judge? I'm sick of this judge. Oh my gosh.
Make a TikTok where you're counting the number of what?
Wait! Me! Oh, wait. Huh?
Not Phoenix.
Oh. Wow! Larry! Okay, I'm having to change Larry's voice because I didn't know who I was doing.
Well, what? What are you doing here? In fact, how did you get in the witnesses stand without us even noticing? Like,
Great
wow,
question.
what is going on?
Listen! You gotta listen to me.
So you're changing the voice fully?
No,
or-
I gotta go back in a minute.
You gotta go. You gave him some country twang, and he wasn't that high up.
Yeah, do what?
And he wasn't that high up.
I know.
How'd you like that, everybody?
Oh my God.
I was there in the park the night of the murder. How'd you like my voice? I've been practicing, see, because I got a Steel Samurai. And
No one liked your voice, Larry. That's Maya.
Well, I just had to surprise us because, I didn't want y'all
Larry,
to
it's
know
life
it
or
was...
death. Can you keep going, Larry?
Okay, because Edgy, he's my boy. All right. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today, I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order!
What is the meaning of this?
Well, Karma, you just hold your horses.
The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
Well, dude, you're not.
One moment.
You're not.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So, you say...
His weakness is little guys.
You say you heard a gunshot?
So we're considering Maya as part of the little guy crew. You're like, of course. The face that she gave. She's like, of course. Obviously.
Yeah.
No, that tracks.
I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I just sit here and I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy. Oh, I did. He did say Edgy. Oh, sorry. Okay.
He did.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. I thought I'd heard that, or else I'm thinking that's a Larry thing to do. All right.
I mean, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Testify.
Order! Order! Well,
This is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
I bet he has a suggestion. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick. This is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this because you keep... one final chance, you know? Let's go. Don't think about what I was going to say.
She's right. I was throwing in the towel. Come on. I need to snap out of this.
Larry is one
If
of a
only
guy.
it wasn't Larry, though, because,
What?
he could make things worse.
Well,
Maya, it's kind of a toss-up.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. We need this.
This is true. I mean, I don't know how much worse it can get.
It's
other
kind
than,
of like, how could he possibly make it worse, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking, what, double guilty? I mean,
I don't think I'm not a lawyer, but...
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't get any worse, like I said.
I know, I'm being facetious. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
I have no vested interest in this. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. He's like, well, maybe I'll overturn it, though.
Was my verdict, so technically, hey,
The music just stopped. It's like, spotlight on Judge here.
Allow me to speak my opinion since it is my court.
I mean, yeah.
In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Withdrawn.
Karma's
Mr.
seething
Von
right
Karma,
now.
I order you to call this new witness to testify.
Huh?
Now! I just got my backbone back.
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. By golly, I'm gonna stick to my guns this time.
Is that how it works,
Court
chat? If you
is
take the hand off the
adjourned.
gavel, then no takey backsies.
Yeah, it's like, and you didn't see me exceedingly, but I was just like, the judge.
I love how you say you didn't see me, and then you proceed to keep doing a thing that I'm not looking at.
I know. But you can always look at the video, no?
Yeah, but there's like a weird delay, so it's,
December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Hi, the boy. And also the other person who said that they're tuning in.
Hi! Oh, hi! Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Edgy, Sorry, bud.
You do.
Sorry,
you don't
bud.
need to call me that.
Sorry, bud.
Don't. I've seen worse.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
From you, specifically.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Yeah, weren't you there for that, Maya?
Oh, right. I just forgot because I kind of tune out like most of what Larry says. He found the balloon in the air tank that night. Was that?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
You say something, right?
Yeah, a lot of things.
Well, yes, I know
you
that.
seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Now's the time to speak up, Edgeworth. I mean, like, we are just, like, hanging on by, like, a thread.
I said it's nothing. It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. Well, when he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight.
I bet you couldn't.
That's Maya. He wouldn't be self-aware enough to say that. Anyways. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me, and well, I picked it up without thinking.
Edgeworth, come on.
Sort of the worst thing that you can do at a crime scene.
Yeah.
I didn't have a reason, really. I was I just saw someone die in front of me. Cut me some slack. Now I understand why people do that. Yeah. It never made sense to me before.
I see.
Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Yeah, because... okay, whatever. Perfect trials? That's not perfect.
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's what I mean. That's the secret to success. You understand, right? This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
He's got the butts, yeah.
I wasn't going to say it.
So what are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll myth this one for all it's worth. Goodness knows you're good at that.
Yeah, the butts might be good for that. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now.
Von Karma will hate Larry.
Yay! No, it's good. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
I feel like even Larry's friends can only handle so much of him, you know?
Yeah.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw
Here we
on
go.
the night of December 24th.
Right! Leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. Come on, it's Edgy, whose life is like...
And then it cuts to an Always Sunny in Philadelphia title thing. Larry messes this one up.
Oh, goodness. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. Just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. The night of the murder. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court.
I mean, it's Larry.
In
What do you
any
think?
case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Or down. But we're actually kind of at ground. Maybe underground? We almost lost. He was declared guilty.
It's true.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There are so many things wrong. I don't know where to begin.
Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out in a boat at such a late hour?
Just the vaguest.
Looking for something? Yeah.
Mr. Butz, what was it you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely, he was hunting for this gold.
You cut out when you said Gordy, but that's okay.
Gordy.
Yeah. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry?
Just how you know it's the 2000s, because now it would be like you would look at your phone.
Yeah. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butz?
Whoa, whoa! Y'all all calm down here for just a minute.
You got it. Hit the nail on the head.
Oh my gosh, I love
Sometimes
it
they
when
just say the obvious
I
thing,
know,
you know?
yeah. Everybody just calm down, okay? Whoa, like give me some space. I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay. No problem. That's just the most important part of this case.
Thanks, Larry.
So, you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh.
Well, Nick,
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister, but...
All right, so you're back at the beginning, which means that we're going to need to present on one of these. Let's look at our evidence.
Okay.
What do we have?
Of course, I don't think this is gonna be anything, but I think it's interesting that there's an empty lake at 11:50, and then there is gunshots.
That does seem pretty
25,
interesting.
Yeah. So.
But I don't know if that's a contradiction at this point.
Yeah.
Certainly interesting.
Um.
Remember, you have more also after the gun.
Okay.
Got those arrows.
Yeah. I heard two sounds like gunshots. That's Lotta.
Does any of this seem contradictory to
Well, yeah,
what Larry's
the
just
two
said?
gunshots, because he just said he had one. So I mean, I could, never mind. I could.
Yeah, so I mean, unless
think
you see
that
something
one.
else, and that's
Yeah.
probably.
Okay.
But don't present it here. Go to the thing where he says that.
Oh, got it. I'm gonna real quick, just because we haven't saved for a while. Just
Oh, sure.
making sure.
Never hurts to save. Everyone likes some good saving.
I like how you said that. Never hurts to save.
I mean, I save all the time, so I can't judge.
Wait, does he say it there? No, I think it was just there.
No, I think he keeps going.
Oh, he does? Okay.
I think he specifies.
Oh, single gunshot. Okay, got
There it is.
Okay.
One of the few specific things he says.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can just present.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Let's see if that does it.
Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night.
Oh gosh, I love the soundtrack of this game.
Huh?
It's so good.
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Probably not.
Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
I don't think that's how it works.
Larry, oh my gosh. Mr. Butz. What?
You only heard one gunshot, or are you sure?
Does Phoenix love when he gets to drag his friend? He seems more exasperated than anything.
Well, to tell ya the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was,
Thanks, Larry.
listening to something else? Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones.
Some good headphones to miss a
What?
gunshot.
Order!
Or just-
Order!
or just very
and
loud.
stop that booing. Mr. Butz.
The crowd's just booing him.
You were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah. So what? That a crime? Am I like on trial for a crime for like listening with my headphones? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
He's not on trial this time, no.
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Of course. Of course.
It's like, this is the only thing I have.
Yeah, Your Honor. Please allow this witness to continue his testimony.
I know it's awful, but... Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Stuff it, Karma.
Very well, Mr. Butz. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there was any other way out of this, believe me, or any other person on this earth, you know?
Well, that would be another way out of it, you know? He covered his bases, you know?
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem?
Problem.
Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country or what? That against the law? What is going on here, Judge? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is here.
Clueless as usual. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says?
Well, can't even say says. Huh. Anyway, but he's better than your witness.
That's
Karma.
Danica messing it. I mean, that's exceedingly messing it up.
I choose to believe it was Karma. No, it's okay.
What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough. It is difficult to believe this testimony.
Please, this is all I
Wait,
have.
Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
Oh, come on, Judge.
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway,
It's not like a new
what this
term.
means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You're okay.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade.
Even he says it's a charade. But it's all he's got.
I know. So, you turned on the radio. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know?
He's so pathetic.
You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone!
Do you think he was alone on Christmas Eve? Do you think he was possibly alone during that time?
Maybe he was alone. I shouldn't have said anything. He's going to go off on a tirade again. Okay, an oral question. Okay. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? Yes, it does, idiot.
Has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Yes, it does. It would tell the time, dude.
Objection
Dude.
sustained. Witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butz, how loud was your radio set to that night?
He's listening to it real booming loud like.
So, I don't understand. I guess I can just press him on this?
Yeah, what do you mean you don't understand?
Well, I mean, because the judge asked him a question. But
he's just continuing the testimony.
okay. Real booming loud? Yeah. You know.
And you had headphones on.
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
Good headphones.
Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. No, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Okay. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions.
No.
What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
It will tell us the exact time. That's why.
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Because if we shouldn't care, what am I even doing here?
Yes, what am I doing with my life?
Why?
You better say what I'm saying, Phoenix, or I'm gonna... All right.
I don't know if what you're saying is super helpful either, but...
What? Well, how do you know if we don't ask?
It's like, fine, whatever.
Fine. Very well. Mr. Butz, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
So, yeah, read this, because it's new.
Okay, that's gonna help. Oh, wait. Sorry. Oh, I'm gonna be Larry.
Yeah, you can just read it, because it's a
Okay.
new bit of testimony.
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. This
Just click through it.
this is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. Wait, what am I? Oh, okay, never mind.
You just, now you're going to wrap around.
But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press on it until we get to the bottom of what happened.
Yeah, did you want to press on that new thing he said, or did you want
Yes.
to present something?
Um.
You got to go back to it.
All right. Can I?
I don't know
real
why
quick
you're-
save? I know.
I mean, yeah, of course you can.
I just.
Never hurts to save.
Okay. So. Okay. I
Yeah,
think
go to
we
the
should.
thing he said where he specified.
Okay. One thing though, I want to see real quick.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
so he's saying, okay, they're all saying, yeah, dun, dun, dun. They're saying that the gunshot happened at exactly 12:15 a.m. He's saying he heard a gunshot before midnight.
And what's that other photo?
And this would be about where it was, at Empty Lake at 11:50 p.m. Or it could, it was between this photo and this photo that he heard the gunshot then. Because if...
Well, let's go back to what he said.
Okay.
to what he said that she said.
Yeah.
Keep going. Exactly what the DJ said, which is...
Yeah, it's almost Christmas, I heard.
I mean, almost Christmas. 11:50 seems like it actually would just match up with that.
Okay.
Do you want to present evidence on that?
Okay, yeah.
For your hunch?
Yeah. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction.
Oh, maybe because you have to do contradictions. So I guess we need to do the first one, I guess.
Oh, the 12:15.
Because he's saying vagary, which means you're about to get docked. Which is, you can either take it or you can reload, but...
Yeah, okay.
So I think we need to, because we're trying to say the contradiction is that she said it's right before Christmas, whereas the photo that shows the shooting happened is 12:15.
Okay,
so
okay.
That would be...
Okay.
I'm sure we'll use the one that is your hunch, but that's not a contradiction currently.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's try that one. Yeah, the music stopped. That's a good sign.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. We go way back, Phoenix. I don't know what you're at here.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said?
He's just
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot.
Come on.
And?
Almost
Here
Christmas
it is.
means it wasn't Christmas.
Means.
Do you realize what this means?
Sorry,
when he heard the
internet,
gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
The internet likes to use that meme of almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
Ah.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight.
Thanks for those
This
emojis.
photograph
We need
is
them.
irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera.
15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
You're like, I don't feel like saying it like that.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! What does this mean? I'm an idiot, even though I'm a judge. I don't know what this means. The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
Well, what? Who are you, dude?
He wasn't lonely because he was with a dude in a boat. He was lonely after the dude died.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
You think he's...
Yep, I think
your
he's
hunch
right.
is that he's right, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Sorry.
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim.
Actually, I do.
Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Not the judge, show him.
Look at this photograph. This was
Look at
taken
this
by our
photograph.
witness
I'm sorry.
yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes.
There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear.
Thanks, Larry.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot?
Do you remember a thing? Keep clicking.
Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Do you remember a thing that you noticed way early on?
Well, doesn't the gun
And
say
you kept-
that it was fired 3 times?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love how early you were like, hey, why are we not talking about this?
Yeah, it's like, this is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor.
Just like you.
Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now I have realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Ba-bum.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Uh-oh. I'd better think of something quick.
Well, I would say...
Are you actually trying to think?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also being Phoenix, but...
Sure.
Okay, well, here's the thing that I'm trying to get in my mind. Everybody, audience, you can ponder with me here. Is, okay, what am I trying to say is, the guy that was killed
Yeah.
fired the
Hammond.
gun, I guess, like past Edgeworth, because he fired the gun and then dropped it in the boat.
But at 11:50, there didn't even seem to be a boat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Like, the thing is that the murder that we've been talking about was at 12:15. That's when a photo was taken of shots being fired on a boat. We don't know what happened before that, other than at 11:50, some loud noise happened, a shot was taken of the lake, and there was not a boat.
Okay, but here's what I'm wondering. Have we gotten... Okay, what could be the case is that the killer shot the victim and then pretended to be the victim on the boat with Edgeworth.
Fascinating. Okay.
And so it was foggy, but we have not... Like, Edgeworth...
I don't know that the pictures have really even definitely shown that it was Edgeworth, other than he said, yeah, I was there. Like, we don't know through the pictures the identities. We just know one guy was dead and one guy said he was there.
Yeah, and so, you know, too, is what kills me is we don't have... I don't think we have any court record showing the time of death of the deceased.
I think it's on I think we have an autopsy.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, I mean, you can look. Court record.
Does it say...
We just haven't looked at it in a bit, but I think it says.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, it's that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty vague.
Sometime the 24th or the 25th. So, here's what I think, everybody. Again, this is my first time, but this is what I think. I think that the murderer shot the victim, shot the deceased when Larry heard it at 11:50. I think then the murderer posed as being the victim on the boat with Edgeworth and shot at Edgeworth, because I don't know, left shot once, twice.
Edgeworth described it as it felt like the victim shot themselves.
Okay, so acted like then that he shot himself. Except the weird thing is, though, he fired and he's pointing, which is
I don't
weird.
know. But you're getting the shape of an idea. All right.
Yeah, and then jumped off and swam off, obviously, and then the body's found later. So I don't know.
On Karma voice, can you provide proof to support any of your assertions?
I love how now I'm
There you go, chat.
Yeah, I love how I have to show proof, but he doesn't. All right. Wait a second. Gunshot separated by 25 minutes.
Wait a sec. I'm a big butthead. There you go, chat. That's the only one. I'm not gonna do a bunch of these, but there you go.
That's great.
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it.
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Yeah, of course I remember. I was there for, well, most of it. Mia was there for some of it.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
That's true. Yeah.
You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Your Honor.
Fishy. I'm just kidding. Keep going. Sorry.
Maya, don't do that to me, okay? I'm on a roll here.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
All right.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Entire. I've got an epiphany here.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, McCorma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. That's true. We could make his sentence worse somehow. Although it feels like maybe they go for death penalty a lot, so I don't know if they can do worse than that. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Judge like, well, yeah.
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. It's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Save if you're unsure.
Okay, but you're going to ask me a question.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question?
Yeah, hang on just a second. I think so.
Oh, was he saying something at the bottom?
Yeah.
My mistake.
That's okay.
Explain who the two men on the boat are.
I'm going to say Edgeworth and the murderer. Yeah.
All right.
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However,
the judge is unimaginative,
I have a
and
hunch.
he doesn't know what a DJ is.
That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous!
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's...
Save if you're unsure.
I don't know. And I think
I mean, the question to ask yourself is, do you think it's either of the other two?
No.
So then you really only have one choice here.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out into the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Where do you think?
I think it was in the boathouse because it was very clean.
Makes sense to me.
Do I just go
You
here?
just click on the
Boathouse. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way, he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will.
That's him.
Yeah,
Just going around.
that was great. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
He's like, I don't understand. Tell me.
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really, but I'm going to go with it, okay? But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out.
Good luck.
That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop.
Scowy.
This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then, he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
You know.
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose.
I won't then.
Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
To create a
Dave, if you're
witness.
unsure.
I would say to create a witness, but
Makes sense to me. The first one basically contradicts what Phoenix already said anyways.
yeah. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Silence.
Silence. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
All right.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. It made my heart flutter. Stop it.
Oh.
He's like, a letter from me? He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Bailiff.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just, whatever voice you want.
I know.
You don't have to spend a lot of time on it.
I know.
Your Honor, sir!
Sure. Why not? Whatever. It would be easier if Edgeworth had told this to Phoenix instead, but he doesn't do that
Yeah, this
because
is
he's
true.
a big baby man. I love
Bailiff,
him.
we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared! He isn't at the boat shop either!
I
I'm
can't.
kind of somewhere between, like, I don't know.
I can't deal with it. You're like, at every opportunity, I will go country.
Well, I'm not quite
It's
country. I'm kind
escalated.
of between British and something. I don't know.
What?
It's something.
What should I do?
You're losing it.
I am. I just lost it.
Find him, quickly! We cannot allow him to get away.
I'm not a police officer, sir. I'm a merely a bailiff.
Oh no, he's got more lines.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued. Should have gone with a nonchalant.
Goes
British
without
bailiff.
saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed.
See, it did come up.
I
mentioned it
request
earlier.
that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness.
The 3-day
Am
time
I
limit.
understood? Because otherwise, there will be heck to pay.
One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker?
Great question.
I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. That includes you, Karma. Very well. Court is adjourned. Dun dun dun.
Brr, brr, brr.
December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2.
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got that out from under. Sorry. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out for one.
Oh,
He helped us out.
Sorry. Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony.
Yeah.
Still, he did save us. The Butz came through. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
Yeah, me too. Is that what it's always like for lawyers, or is that a you thing? I know what you mean.
Well, in this fiasco of a court, it's a me thing because they don't seem to care about justice.
Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Hey, Edgeworth. Kind of a little awkward here. Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook, because that weird caretaker guy did it. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
Cracking me up, Edgeworth.
I'm sorry. But I fear it's not over for me yet.
The D6F. But what do you mean? Is that what? Am I right?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you.
I would suggest telling me, Edgeworth. You almost got yourself a death penalty, or at least a guilty verdict. Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left.
Edgeworth, stop doing this.
I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but you know, you understand it's difficult. All these feelings that you keep saddling me with. I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth? Come on.
It's a nightmare I've had.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but, you know, hey, yeah, what?
A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Okay.
To be continued.
Yeah. To be continued. We didn't take a break, but do we want to stop here for the night? Do we want to go a little bit further and then stop?
It's a bit early. I'd say let's just go a little more,
and then stop early. Okay.
We can stop like right at 9 or something like that. You know?
Okay.
Phoenix Wright, attorney and psychologist, PhD.
Okay. Well, you guys, this is so fun. Okay, and again, I knew it. What didn't I say yesterday? Please tell me I said it was the caretaker. I knew it was him.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because the old act, you know, and the feeble act, because if I think I said this, and I'm really not saying, oh, I said this, and then
sure,
I really did. But here's what I thought is, you know, when we looked at after we went to the, what I'm trying to say is the records room and we looked at the case.
Yeah.
I feel like it was,
you did.
Yeah. I think, in fact, who I think the caretaker is the guy in the elevator that shot him.
You did. I do remember you saying that.
So I think that's who the caretaker is the dude on the elevator. And I think he's pretending like he doesn't remember anything. And again, that he's very able and he's getting around and doing all that. But yeah, I think
we'll see.
I think he's the elevator guy. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Wright and Company Law Offices.
Oh, you just finished this case? This is one of my favorite cases. I love it so much. I played the original trilogy like back on the DS, and then more recently I've replayed this first game. It's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I'm thinking that he was so traumatized as a kid in the elevator that maybe he thought he shot his dad. I don't know. This is my thought. I don't believe it though. Not Edgeworth. So I think somehow that was planted in his brain. Or hey, here's the thing.
Yeah.
When he shot his dad, then maybe he put the gun in his hand. I don't know.
When who shot his dad?
When the guy in the elevator shot his dad in front of his eyes.
That guy was found innocent, though.
Do what?
That guy was found innocent, though.
Yeah. Yeah, like I believe it. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he'd never take someone's life. Never. That's just not him.
Nick.
Yo, how's everybody doing?
Do you not trust
What do
this
you
amazing
think
court
of my
system?
performance today? I had him swooning dials, huh, Maya?
Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two because of the circumstance, but dude, come on.
Nick, I think your friend just asked you if you fell in love with him.
I think you can do better than that. Come on. I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. Come on. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah. Bow before your hero.
He's wild.
Okay. So I guess we're going to talk to him.
I mean, yeah, maybe he has more good things to say.
Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. I'll give you that.
You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. He actually, literally was.
But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two?
Edgeworth and who else? Oh, you mean me, right?
Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me? But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick?
He's like, I don't even understand why me.
Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
But you didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait. Was that when you two were classmates? Am I about to get the backstory?
Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. No more putting off the backstory.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there.
Consider me hung. Wait.
It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial.
A class trial?
You remember, Larry, spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it?
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant.
Is that just a thing they do in schools? That's Young Phoenix. What's Young Phoenix sound like?
I didn't do it.
Guilty! He did it!
You did it! Get the money!
Guilty!
Yeah, you're such a meanie. No one wants to
Get the
play with you.
money back.
Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. You shouldn't be allowed in relay race. Yeah, give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Hey,
Hey, did you rob the bank the other day?
Yeah.
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
We were trying to all be twerps, yeah.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
That's messed up.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. You can't just... It wasn't me. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it, like I was some kind of criminal. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boys whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. I love it.
He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence.
You did it. Yeah, you did a better job at channeling young Edgeworth. That's great.
Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles? There's young Edgeworth. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it?
No.
Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah.
Yeah, he did it. He did. We don't need proof. We can say he's sorry.
That's Larry.
Why don't
Young
y'all
Larry-
all...
young Larry.
Oh, sorry. Why don't y'all...
Young Larry. I know the bow tie.
Sorry. Why don't y'all all just shut up?
There he is.
This is always how it is. Everybody's ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Ace Attorney babies.
Yeah, I love it.
Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over.
Objection! I know who it is. No, I'm just kidding. Oh. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it's meant to be alone. I mean, totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry. You're a hero.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So, I took it kind of personally, see. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death, I would imagine.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There's an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said that he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened?
Well,
I
why?
mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided.
Huh? Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court.
Larry, do you see this?
Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick!
I didn't know you were gay.
So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you.
Unlike
Except-
Naruto and Sasuke,
except-
Edgeworth is actually a good character.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick!
Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? I've got to save y'all's love. I mean, ignore that last part.
Right. It very well may be.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. Maybe he's a monster. We don't know.
I'd settle for who. I suspect he's the elevator operator. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need.
Finally. It's always nice when they let you get rid of some of it.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, look at your court record.
Okay. So am I going to get
rid? It's still a lot.
Oh, okay. So they just got...
Yeah, it's like slightly less, but it's still a lot of stuff.
Wait. Where did we get
it just removed anything that you're like definitely not going to need anymore.
Oh, okay. So the camera and...
It looks like the empty lake photo too.
Oh, okay. So we...
Because that one I think is... Yeah, that's the map.
Oh, that's the map. Oh, so actually...
This seems like a decent enough place to stop too, if you want.
Yeah,
We got the backstory. Yay!
Yeah, okay.
That's been hinted at for a bit.
So let's go to options. Let's go to save.
Yay!
Yay! All right. Oh, yeah, and we're right before 9, so yeah, perfect.
Woo!
All right, woohoo!
We did it. No break because we were too engrossed.
I know, we really were. Okay, sorry.
But we finished the trial day, and we got a little bit on the last investigation day.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, presumably last because the judge said you don't get any more time.
Yeah. That's so weird. So weird.
Oh, the 3-day case thing.
I know.
Yeah, and it really only comes up in this game, so.
Oh, you're just saying because this trilogy, but in the other editions it doesn't?
No, I don't even mean this trilogy. I mean only Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Okay. The other 2 games in this trilogy, they don't. The 3-day thing doesn't come up.
But isn't it all Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that they only have 3-day trials, like in the first Phoenix Wright game.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I think I was trying to say.
Technically, those rules, I think, continue to exist. They just don't get used. Like, they don't have trials go on long enough for it.
Yeah.
Not that the trials themselves take less time to get through. They just they don't have the same, like, 3 investigations every time kind of thing. I think it's generally, like, 3 trials maybe and 2 investigations or something like that. But we'll see. There's one more case that has that length, and that's the other one from this game that comes after. Even though that one is technically made later, we don't need to get bogged down in it. But anyways, also, yes, thank you so much to our new person. How do you say that?
I know. I was looking at that too. Do you want to say
GROSELHA?
GROSELHA? I don't know.
GROSELHA.
GROSELHA. So, yeah. So, the GROSELHA, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm excited to know that the case after this one is really interesting, too. Because what we're going to do is we are going to keep playing this. I am going to shift to my regular night, which is Wednesdays, where I will be playing the new Dragon Age Vanguard when it comes out. But we're going to pick another day. Probably, didn't we think, exceedingly, probably Fridays.
Well,
Thursdays or Fridays, what are we thinking?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll figure it out, but we'll get another date. We should be able to finish this case, I think, before Dragon Age comes out.
Yeah.
But then Wednesdays will be that. You can pronounce something like GROSELHA.
Oh, I love that. I would love that. GROSELHA.
Nice.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, GROSELHA.
Yes, thank you. It was really nice.
Guys, everyone. This was so fun.
Thank you to all our viewers.
This was so fun. Sorry about no break, everyone. But yes, this was super fun. So, yeah.
I think the break's mostly for us anyways.
Yeah. Well, everyone have a wonderful rest of your week. And until Wednesday. Take care, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Nice to meet you too. Sorry. Nice to meet you too. Bye.